Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Sunday market breakdown. So today I have no actually prime setups for upcoming week because there are no clear setups for me personally, and I will just go over the DXY, the US dollar currency index of the forex market because I can see why we went earlier to the downside on the DXY than we previous week expected. So what can we see on the DXY? We can see on the DXY that we are in a bearish market. We have this high, low, high, low, high, new low. And potential here, we have a new lower low here. So we were bearish. So we had previous week this bearish W that could come back. So what we had within that bearish W, a shoulder one here, had shoulder two with support in it, with a nice supply and demand zone here holding potentially that price down. So I was expecting that we could tap that shoulder one zone. So we could tap it here, which is a very nice supply and demand zone also here. So why we didn't respect that? Because I took my fib from the high to the low, and you can see the fib levels are aligning with that shoulder one. So why we reversed from here? Why we can say the psychology behind it is okay, we had a previous low, this was our high, and we broke it. The logical thing for the market is to retest that previous structure low, which acted as resistance. This is a clear uh, the psychology behind it, you know. What was first support, we broke it, which will become resistance. But if you look more further back in history, what can we see if I drew here a horizontal daily line? So I will just had here my horizontal line, and you can see we have here a clear supply and demand zone. Here we were having here sellers. We had here sellers, false break support. I see acting as resistance. Then here resistance, 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 support, support. Then here again resistance, support. So, and as we look closer, when we are trading below this daily horizontal line. So I will look here and I can see we were trading below that. We were coming back and we're touching this daily horizontal line, supply and demand. And then we had an impulse to the downside. Back again, we went almost to this daily line, but for me it's just a tap. And then we went to the downside till that weekly buying zone where we expect in the long term to tap short term, and then we will go in the long term to the upside. So if I look more closer, we were trading below it. We acted as resistance. We went to the downside. We came again back. We acted as resistance, and then we went to our weekly buying zone. And from there, we went back to the upside. From here, we tapped that weekly buying zone. We went to the upside. So from here again, we went below that the daily zone. We acted as resistance, sellers kicking in. This was for short term, so we acted as support. So then here again, we came from below, we went to that line, and the sellers kicking in. So every time we came from below, the sellers are kicking in. So we can see why we have that zone respected. So I will delete my drawings. So we can see when we came from below, there is a high potential chance that this time it will also hold and will go to the downside, which it did. So this is the thing why we didn't come back to that shoulder one, head shoulder two, to have and give ourselves the feedback why it didn't happen. Because it's really important to see that. Because I saw last week, okay, we can go potentially at shoulder one, head shoulder two, but I didn't notice that supply and demand zone here, that previous support that can become resistance, and then this signs here where the price came from below and went all the way to the downside and give us some signs that we could go to the downside. So that's why this happened. So what can I see for next week? So what can I see? The trend is still bearish. We are making here that clear bearish W, the first leg, second leg, third leg. Potential here that bearish W can play out here at this nice supply and demand zone where the price can come back to for the second time, and we could see the price liked to come two times to that zone and then go to that weekly buying zone to potentially make that weekly inverted and shoulders. So that's what I can see. I can also see we tapped here a flip completion from this high here till this low, minus 68. So we can expect a potential pullback to have that daily bearish W. So this would be my daily fib, like this, my daily supply and demand here holding very nicely. So I expect the price to come back till that zone if you don't tap this weekly buying zone. So if I go to the weekly, what can you see on the weekly? I was expecting 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I was saying that this potential supply and demand zone here, support, support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, could hold, and we did that. And then we could potentially go to that shoulder one, head, shoulder two. We are in a bullish trend because we broke this previous lower high here. We broke it here with that impulse, correction, and then we could have here some new liquidity taken from that shoulder one, and then we can go to the upside to complete the weekly flip completion. So what we can also see is, it's also nice to see when we came here below it, I saw here also we came below that supply and demand zone, and then we acted as resistance. We grabbed here that weekly sellers, and what we had here that coming below that weekly supply and demand zone, and then we acted as resistance. So like here, the wick is here bigger, but it's the same thing. And then we went all the way to that weekly buying zone, potential shoulder one, head shoulder two, which is now doing that. So yeah, the market gives a lot of signs and moves that we can see back in the past. So this is a really important thing to notice and what we could do better the next time. So I hope you liked it. It's not the best week, upcoming week. There are some potential trades that we can take, but they need to have some development. And yeah, I hope you liked it about the DXY. So see you next time. Bye.